another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hey. And, oh, my God. My allergy. Hello. Hello. Ooh, what's going on, honey? I'm so sick and tired of these damn itchy ass. Mercy. What's going on, tea sippers, crumpet dunkers, tea brewers, pot stirrers, and tea leaf readers all over the world? What's your tea, honey? It's another glorious evening, my darlings. I know you have all of your crumpets. Time it is, honey. It is time to dish tea, and you are dishing with Big Meats. What's going on, babies? I'm trying to adjust my cameras and stuff. I put these eye drops in. Hold on. So that I could get some kind of relief from all this eyes, and then on top of it, you rub them too long, they turn red, swollen, they're carrying on, and I just need the relief. Okay, need to put this my eye drops in the refrigerator so they can get cold, and that way when they get cold, So what's going on, everybody? What's going on, honey? Hey, Charles, how are you? Let me see. Wait a minute, did it pop up? Come on, there we go. Hi, Nietzsche. Hey, Charles. Oh, darlings, I had to go to the donut factory today. Usually I'm off on Saturdays. I had to go to the donut. Then we had to go take care of something else when I got off. Because it was just a mess. Okay. So be that as it, and really enjoy the rest of my evening, honey. Have you ever just had those moments where you just feel exhausted, but you are? And it's not just necessarily exhausted. It's just that your body is like saying, okay, give me, right? And usually what happens on my days off, I usually veg. My first day off, I usually just sit around. I do nothing. And this time I wasn't able to do that. And I didn't do that either. Okay. We had to run here, run there. The funeral, we had to get ready for the game. And so it wasn't. So now having to get up, and get into that, it was just really, 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 really something. Hey, what's going on? Oh, but no good, baby. So it's just one of those things. So I'm in that space to where my body got to do something, and I really can stand a good overall massage. Oh, I just need to set some time at a full body massage since I did it for. I was the host of another talk show called Atlanta's Up and Right. We did. He was a massage therapist. We interviewed this baby. When I tell you, oh, his fingers on my body, honey, and then I had the absolutely ridiculously amazing. Okay, and it was comforting. It was and and so what that as far as his training and stuff is concerned, he said what they learn how to do is they go through. It's not necessarily a medical diagnosis. It's just that when they learn the body, you know, it becomes. Yeah, you are breaking up. I'm so sick of this goddamn internet over here. Okay, listen. Okay, tell me now because my signal should be okay now. Oh, I'm so sick of this goddamn thing. Anywho, um, oh shit, I forgot what. When I get frustrated with this damn internet, it unnerves me. Okay, it fucking unnerves me because I'm like, it doesn't make any changes. For what? Okay, for what? Um, and we pay too much goddamn money to have interrupted signals and shit. I get so we pay entirely too much money to have the signals interrupted and carried on. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I think I'm on my period, y'all, because I'm really in a mood right now. It's just but in any event, child, let's get on with the show. Because if it's gonna keep continue to be doing, I'll be crazy. Okay. Tell me am I sounding good still, y'all? Are we good now? Good. Y'all let me know in the comments. Okay. Let me know what's snapping in them things, you know. And all those goods. Oh, the light churns. So yeah. I'm still watching. Okay. Okay. Well, listen, I'm gonna have some other folks come on up in here. Hopefully, hosts will come in. Today, my niece, honey, Red's daughter, Jada, they went away party for her because she's on her way to college, and so they were doing a get her together. Her colors were pink and gray. Because I had to work, so I'm like, okay, cool. And so they may be still trying to wrap all that up or whatever day. However, we're going to see what's going on. I'm looking at my clock. My clock is off, chat. No, it's not. Okay. I love you back. Oh, how about that? That's so sweet. Thank you, Charles. I love you right back, darling. Thank you. So he may come in, he may not, honey. Just depends on what the evening was doing for them. Okay. Well, it's evening, and we're going to cover a few things today. I'm going to let you guys go back to your Saturday night because for those of y'all who love to carry on, and want to party for the weekend and all of that, honey, I know you're trying to go out to wherever the party house or whatever the case may be. So having said all of that, okay, let's get into it, okay? And we're going to start with this. Did I put it up here? No, I have to share this screen. I'm going to start here, honey, because many of you have heard this story already. You know, you've heard about it and carrying on. But I haven't had an opportunity to discuss it.
Have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die. What you about to go through. All right.
And when I see them coming into the sanctuary with their guns, I just get out. I told everybody get out. I didn't know if they wanted to shoot the church up or if they was a bishop's ring, my wedding band, and took off my bishop's chain, and then I had chains underneath. My robe. I tapped in my neck to see if anything else. So that means they knew. They watched and they knew that I have other jewelry. People gonna say, "Oh, well, why are you so flashy?" It's not about me being flashy. It's about me purchasing what I want to purchase. And it's you know, it's my prerogative.
Yo. All right.
Okay, and we are back. Y'all saw that, right? You probably talked about it in your respective neighborhoods and in your circles and all of that, right? But here's the thing, and I find this to be a little bit puzzling and confusing in times, because and his wife were targeted. Now, according to the stories, okay, that you know, they said he had about 25 people, you know, there at, so of the 25 people there, why, if you're coming up in there with guns, why wasn't everybody, why was he the only one targeted? Okay, interesting, right? Well, according to this, now I'm going to read Best Life, and this article was written on August 4th. Okay, just a couple of days ago. It's here that Bishop LAMAR Miller Whitehead, the flashy pastor who was robbed of one, has called for the clergy members to have a special permission to carry guns. This week, God said you can't take his life. You could touch his material things, but you can't touch his soul. He added, everybody wants to talk about what the tabloids are talking about and forget about the miracle. Read on and learn more. He wants to pass a new gun law. Number one, he argues that pastors should be armed on Friday, who has served time in state penitentiary for identity theft and grand larceny. They need to pass a law expeditiously that pastors of houses of worship, anyone who is on the ecclesiastical staff need to be able to have permits for firearms, he said. If the teachers can have it, we should be able to have a record. It should be exempt, he said. So we should be able to bear arms as the Constitution says. Oh, see, you can't, he can't. But now he's trying to do that. Whitehead called for elected officials to help. During the press conference, New York Governor Kathy Hochul to approve his request. Quote, I'm calling on every elected official, he said, end quote. Quote again, we need protection and we need you to sympathize with us. We don't get a luxury of having firearms. All we're asking is help us protect ourselves. Pass the law, but we can carry firearms because this gun violence a new level, end quote. Hochul has recently tightened firearms restriction in New York in response to recent mass shootings, next uptick in crime locally. NYC mayor says no. During the recent press conference, the New York City mayor, Eric Adams, was asked about Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead's call for clergy to be armed in New York City. Churches should have a special dispensation when it comes to carrying gun permits, the reporter asked. No, said Adams. Lamar Miller Whitehead is the bishop of Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches in Canarsie, Brooklyn. The former candidate for Brooklyn Borough President in 20 flashy, driving a Rolls Royce and wearing conspicuous jewelry. He attracted headlines last week when the dollars doing a live stream church service. Whitehead has been accused of stealing $90,000 of life savings. And a New Jersey state court levied a $335,000 judgment against him for failing to pay development house. Whitehead also owes more than $260,000 in a 2009 Manhattan Supreme Court judgment for a home purchase. Whitehead has ties with the New York City mayor and has appeared at several public events with him. No one in the city should be the victim of armed robbery, let alone our faith leaders, God. Adams told the New York Daily News on Monday about Whitehead being robbed during his church service. They went in and would work tirelessly to bring the criminals involved to justice. Lamar Miller Whitehead, okay? And I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to do a little bit of research on him because hyphenated, and you know, that throws me when I see men who hyphenate their names, and I'm wondering if he's taken on, because I know my pastor had done that before. My pastor, he's passed on now, Reverend Darren McCarroll Jones. He hyphenated his name on to his name once he had established a relationship with his dad, and so he hyphenated the name. And my pastor was one of the children, you know, and so we had thought he had gotten married or whatever the case may be, but pastor, I'm still finding it very curious that the children came in there and came to him. They played the little thing. He said he had this chain on. He took off his bishop's ring and his bishop's jewelry and things. And he made that sound as if that particular jewelry was what he wears as the bishop, you know, and made it sound as if it was only going there because you know, we know the children would get into this whole big old thing. okay, have assets and carrying on, and supposedly these assets belong to the church, and this here, cover up a couple of things. It's kind of like a business person. I bought this for the business. This is church. This is and all of that. That's what that says. They got his jewelry and this, that, and the other. But why did they target him? Why didn't they? If you're coming in there to rob the church, okay, or could it be that, could it be that, his antics and carrying on around that community, somebody wanted to make him? Could it be that folks thought that you got it, it ain't but jewelry or whatever. So, this is a warning or something, and we could come back, you know what I mean? Initially, when I first heard this and when I saw this, I thought this was a stunt. Point blank, period. I just thought it was an insurance stunt. Okay. I'm wondering still, if that's the case. It was only he and his wife that were targeted, and I don't know what they said. I don't remember what they said. They had taken 2 targeted of these people at this particular church. Okay, so we go from here, children. Where do we go from here? How is it when you think about church, and let's go there. When you think about luxury, okay, is it bad for us to think that the pastor's not supposed to have any kind of luxury? Pastors are all supposed to be impoverished? What's the pastors when they have that mega pastor status, or they got all this money, they're driving around in the finer car, they live out in the suburbs, and they got the bigger houses, everything is always about, the first lady always got the nice signature. It's always about the coin, right? So we get mad about that because everybody say, okay, my tithes and offering. But then we also get not mad, but we also look at the pastors that who have to go to work, because they can't get a salary from the church because the church is small and it's not bringing. They don't have a cute car. They don't have the Chrysler 300. Okay. And because of that, we tend to shun those particular God. Well, what kind of God are you serving? I thought you supposed to be getting all the blessings and carrying on and this, that, and the other. Pardon my indulgence. Thank you, Otis Max. Y'all know that's Otis Max line. Why do we do that? Huh? Why do we get all okay? I know a lot of us think that a lot of the tithes and offerings is I just read somewhere that someone was suing the pastor. I got to give me that story about the woman who's suing the pastor, saying he swindled her out of her savings. Or we're to figure out how did he swindle you out of your savings when you were the one to put the money in there. You didn't have okay. But I'm wondering, when it comes down to the business of church, have we gotten um, um, what- um, have we so complacent to where we start to, do we have we just walked away from it like I can't deal with this? You know, what have we done? You see stories like this, you know, and then for him to sit up here and say, "Oh, it's not about me being flashy. It's about me to do this." And why is it? You know, we always go to that particular line. I know I've done it a few times. You know, to sit there to taste my personal style. You know, this, that, and the other, and when you know you're in a position that is going to bring about scrutiny and carrying on, why is that the first about being flashy? It's about me buying. No, nigga, you want to be flashy because you wearing it. You over here in Brooklyn and you driving around. Yes, a car is a car, but you claim it to be a Rolls-Royce is not a car. That's an everyday driven car. You know what I mean? Everybody just drive around in the roads just to be driving in the roads. You know, if they have a road, they have 2 or 3 kind of cars because that's the special occasion car, right? So didn't you're being ostentatious? You know that there is a goal. Look at me, ooh, kind of thing. And it's okay to have those days because you want the gratuitous praise. We're human, honey. Just praise, honey, is something that all of us want. We always want our ego stroked and this, that, and the other. We always want to get into celebrating all day. Okay, so we do the same thing when you buy new clothes and you put your glad rags on, honey. What you do? You know you look okay. Now bought a new pair of shoes that you know you got to break in, right? So you go. So what you gonna do? You got to wear them out so that they're protective of the new stuff, right? Don't step on my shoes and blah 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 blah. Don't scuff them. You know, you walk lightly. You know, all of that, right? Mm-hmm. So when we talk about this, that you know, what is our trepidation with the right reverend? With the right reverend, this particular thing here that he's going through, you know, just seems to be at odds. Now, for me personally, now just on a personal, I'll be diplomatic as possible, but my personal feelings about all of this is that you knew exactly what you were doing. Okay. Hey, you're trying to build in the church with all this luxury. So automatically you coming up in here looking to bring about the elite. You come higher than your constituents or the parishioners, not constituents, parishioners. Okay. And now you want to sit down here and probably going to preach, oh God, if God could do it for me, God could do it for you. And it's quote unquote, okay. And it's very interesting. It is very, very interesting. Now it's not, and I'm not saying that's where the fine line is, because oftentimes when we see pastors or those who are, you know, of that criticisms that comes across, and I'm gonna say the criticisms that we give suggest that they're not supposed to have it, and that there is ridiculous if they can afford it or have the means to get it. You know, why can't they? So where is that fine line there? Okay, and then to go back to the swear, I still think that this was some kind of insurance scam. You know, I listen, around saying, hold up, shut up, and this, that, and other. Nobody interrupted the service. All we saw was, he said, I saw them come in. Okay. And then he started to get down to the floor and this, that, and the other. I didn't hear anybody say anything. Did y'all? Did y'all hear anybody? Okay. So I found that to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But, right? C'est la vie. Huh? What are your thoughts? Wait a minute, honey. Let me get my girl. Is that look? And then one more time. Oh, that tickles me. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now let's transition, honey. Let's go into this. Let's go. Let me hit y'all with something. I'm gonna stay spiritual for a minute. Before I kind of disturbing a little bit, but I get it, but I don't get it at the same time because But what this is? Do y'all know what this is? If you do, put it in the comments. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. If you guys know what this is, tell me section. Okay, write it in. Come on, don't be quiet. And a hint. No, these are not dandelions. Okay, what this is? Okay, I got everybody's the children, childs, the babies. Anybody know what this is? Nay, you don't know? Okay, well, my darlings, this here is a mustard. This is what mustard looks like. Okay, before it's bottled. See, a lot of y'all. Okay, mustard does not start in the jar, sugar. Mustard does not start in the jar. This is what it looks like. Okay, and I brought this up because I had an epiphany earlier today, and you often hear folks say, "Oh, all you need is," and this, that, and other, but a lot of folks really don't know what that means. Not seeing a mustard plant when it yields. All you see, I think the mustard seed is probably one of the tiniest. Okay, of all the seeds we have to plant and carry, I think the mustard seed is probably the tiniest. Okay. It has such a wonderful yield. There are plants. Now I've seen to where the plant bushels into what looks like a mustard plant tree. Okay. It's because we don't understand what a little bit can do. Remember the commercial? What was it? A little day up? Or was it Dippity Doo? Oh, Dippity Doo. How many of y'all remember Dippity? Did y'all remember Dippity Doo? Dippity damn Doo. Wait a minute, let me put you. Wait, that just tickled me. We even got to do the old school commercial, honey. This is an old school commercial. I'm finna get ready to play for y'all because their slogan was "A little dab will do you." Was it theirs? Somebody else did that. And I'm trying to tell you, I got it. No, where's the I want the updated one, honey. Give y'all the real old one because this one here was before my time. Okay, hold on, I'm coming. Okay, let me load it up. I gotta download it so we can load it. Okay, but the whole thing that I'm trying to get to, having to understand what the yield is. You know, don't understand the work that is required, or how something so small can give us such an effervescent property. You know what I mean? Look at some of our singers. They use big voice. The little girl with the big voice. And a lot of us, we by folks who or anything give us such a grand yield, and we're not expecting that from something so small or whatever. Okay, we don't expect that from them, right? Or from that particular entity. What do we do about it? Okay, how does this manifest? We question, and we go through all these particular changes, right? So seed, we're using this as the example because a lot of us have not seen what the mustard turned into, seen the crop of it. We have not seen how vast it can become. We have not seen the end result. Okay. As a matter of fact, all y'all probably seen is just a jar of mustard. Okay. Hey, what's going on, baby? That is up in here. Okay. But a lot of times we do not pay attention to all of that. We don't get to see it in its fullness, to see how something so small can give us something so large and so bountiful and so bountiful. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Let me play y'all this commercial. Y'all want to cackle? Catch this cackle. Catch this cackle, honey. Catch.
Dippity-doo.
You
Dippity-doo.
for setting your hair.
Dippity-doo.
Rollers.
Dippity-doo.
Easy, neat.
Dippity-doo.
No slip, no drip.
Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo.
Real body.
Dippity-doo.
Holes and holes.
Dippity-doo.
You.
For you.
Dippity do, baby. Now, that one there is before mine came after, honey. And Dippity do, honey, was just the styling gel, honey. Before we had the pink moisturizer and carried on, I got now that y'all would swear y'all go and get from the hair place, child. All that damn gel shit. Okay, and who is they say a little dab will do you. I'm trying to think of who that was. I think it was Prel. It was just a little dab will do you. And I'm making this point because oftentimes, when we talk about the size of a mustard seed and reference, and it has a lot of spiritual meaning to it. But how many times have we taken that reference, and utilized it in everyday world, honey, to where we want to see what the yield is going to give? Okay, you taking it from the seed, nurtured the seed, work the seed, honey, make sure it was in fertile ground or whatever. He has yielded so much, okay, to where at times it's an overflow. You have so much of an access to what you don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that there is what that is, because such an abundance to where, hell, you have to give it away. Hi, was it Brio Cream? Thank you, darling. Brio Cream. I knew somebody. Brio Cream, honey. Okay, wait a minute. You're going to make me pull that up. Wait a minute. Let me pull that up. What did you do? Okay, Brio Cream, baby. Okay. Yes. Okay. You'll do you, honey. But that there is what that is. And oftentimes, we just don't know how to get the year to where we just don't get it. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to obtain it, because we never been able to take all of that across the board and put that and make that a mantra or something that we could, every aspect of our lives, not just our spiritual being, but in every aspect of our lives. If I have this, honey, okay, a mustard seed knows that it's gonna do the thing, honey. Okay, when you plant me, I'm going to root. I'm going, and that there is that, child. That there is just that. So I wanted to. That mean, but hell, now I'm right there with you because you hear me asking about it, right? Okay, you hear me asking about it. Okay, shit. A little dab will do you, baby. A little dab will do you. So y'all I wanted to show you guys the mustard into, because oftentimes we don't give it any thought. We just hear it, and a lot of stuff, we just say it to be saying it, and we don't take time to really understand it, to read the idea of what it is. If a mustard seed could do all of this, just that tiny little seed, okay. Now imagine that's imagine the amount of seeds that is, just a tiny seed. That is okay. What do you think it would do if you manifest? Okay, if you believed in yourself with just a little bit, to where it can yield all of this, huh? If you planted one of those little seeds and believe in the dream, the way that you believe, the way the seed believes it's going to have a crop, this is what you can yield into. What could be the yield, right? But a lot of times we've never seen it. We've never seen it's in a squeeze bottle. It's yellow, brown, and Dijon. Okay, don't understand what it is, perspective of what that looks like now. Does it give you a little bit of perspective? Like when you say, if you hear the slow, does it give you some kind of hope, some kind of something? Wait a minute. You ain't gonna get this man, because it's soft with his hands while you do. Don't do it. That's my shit. Okay. That there was my shit. Honey, Miss Madge used to remind me, she reminded me so much of my auntie, my Aunt Cat, honey. Oh, just soak it in it, honey. Okay. Yes, it softens hands while you do dishes. Okay. Yes. I live for it, baby. Yes. Okay, since we're going down memory lane, I want y'all to put it in the comments section here. What of some of the people that have made headlines? Have y'all ever thought about what they're looking like now and what's going on with them now? Because I came across a picture of Miss Nadia. I can't pronounce her name. Solomon. Solomon. Yeah, Suleiman. Nadia Suleiman. Y'all remember that name? Y'all may not know that name. They called her the OCTOMOM. Remember her? The baby that had all them children. She had the babies. She was doing the in vitro, and all 8 of them babies took. And she kept babies. This is them now. All 14 of her children. Okay. All 14 of her children. Right? Yeah. How about that? And I want to say that she's a grandmother now, because I think this is one of the oldest children kids. And then she had the 8 at the one time. So the 8 babies, I think they're like 14, 15 years old now. Let me do something. I want to find out when she delivered the babies. I want to see when she had her babies. Oh wow, I didn't know she was that young. I got her about 5 years. Really? Okay. She was one who had gave birth to her babies in 2009. January of 2009. I was living here. I thought I was still back home. She gave birth to those babies 9. So here we are in 2022. Okay, 22. Okay. Wow. (2022) here. They're about to be 14 come January. And here we are. And here we are. Can you? Who are some of the other people that y'all thought we were that we couldn't live without? I want to know what's up with LORRAINA BOBBIT. Okay, what's going on in? We had the Butterfucos already. They were constantly talking about the Butterfucos and Amy Fisher. That. But we wanted. Have you ever thought about that? Interesting, huh? All right, hold on. The band got to go pee. So let me do a commercial break real quick. And then when we come back, I will get into my topic of the day. There's an 8-year-old transgender baby who is the Tennessee Board of Education. Yeah. An 8-year-old is suing the Tennessee Board of Education. And is, how did this come to be? Okay, let's take a commercial break. Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nyla, and Nasia. This is Elon. Hey everyone, it is your girl Aunt Nikki, and I am here to tell you about my Elon Creations collection. So let me tell you what this collection consists of right now. Right now we have all natural body butters, all natural rose water spray, and handcrafted crystals and beads jewelry. That means you can get necklaces, you can get bracelets, you can get waist beads, you can get anklets. You can choose from what we already have, or you can give me a call, hit your girl up, honey, and tell me exactly what it is that you think that you need, and I will create a piece especially for you. Okay, so I want y'all to get into this. Yes, I sit here and bead every last one, honey. I'm having such a good time doing it. If you guys didn't see in the beginning when I called out those names, honey, Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nala, and Nasia, those are my granddaughters. That is where the name Elonana came from. We started with the body butters, then I went into the jewelry, and baby, I just added this rose water, honey, and I am telling you, it is amazing. Look at the ending credits to see where you can purchase you some, where you can order it.
Be bold, be unique, be the tea, with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is. Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. And we in, honey. Thank you. I had to readjust in this damn chair. Okay. Okay, anyway, we're here. And I want to get into this particular story, honey, because when I came across this, I was like, I'm trying to understand it, and I really want us to look at this for real. And the whole thing of this is that this is coming from what's the publication? This is Alabama Dog, published on August 5th, 2022. It says transgender 8 parents sue Tennessee school over bathroom law. Okay, transgender child and her parents sued the Tennessee Department of Education on Thursday over a law that prohibits transgender school bathrooms or locker rooms that match their gender identities. The suit was by a student only identified as DH. The complaint states DH was assigned male at birth, but identified 8 years old, began living as a girl at the age of 6, according to the lawsuit. The school initially agreed by January of this year, the administration could not provide DH with the support she needed to complete her social transition. As Tennessee law prevents her from using the girls' bathroom at school. The school accommodates DH by letting her restrooms, which reinforces the differential treatment of DH according to the lawsuit. That's her constitutional right under the Equal Protection Clause and also violates Title IX, the 1972 in education, the lawsuit claims. The situation was so stressful for DH that at one point I began limiting her food and water intake to minimize her need for the restroom, according to the lawsuit. Developed migraines, reflux, and recurring nightmares of school, the lawsuit states. Known as the volunteer state, whose citizens cared for their neighbors without hesitation, not a state that legalizes this identified as AH, said in a news release announcing the lawsuit, rather. Under parent or employee can sue for monetary damage and for all psychological, emotional, and physical. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I got to rub my eye. If school officials allow a transgender that does not correspond with their gender assigned at birth when others are present. They also keep sleeping quarters with someone assigned at the opposite gender at birth or who is not a family member. Interesting. Is the second one challenging the Tennessee Accommodations for All Children Act. What the hell is that? Dropped after the plaintiff moved out of the state. Tennessee's Attorney General's office declined to comment on the new in court filings on the previous lawsuit. The office argued that the law does not violate the Equal Protection Act applied to transgender people, among other reasons. They also argued that it does not violate Title IX because of discrimination on the basis of sex at a time when sex in dispute. So they're going to tell the children one thing or another. Okay, well, U.S. Department of Education guidance from 2020 students' gender identity will be treated as a violation of Title IX. However, last month, a federal judge in Tennessee interpretation. In his ruling, U.S. District Judge Charles Ashley Jr., Herbert Slaterly, and 19 other state attorney generals who claimed that legislation infringed on the state's rights to enact laws that, for example, prevent students from participating in sports, schools, and businesses to provide bathroom and showers to accommodate transgender people. Tennessee's school bathrooms, several targeting accommodations for transgender people that were signed into law last year by Governor Bill Lee. They included a first of its kind law that requires businesses and government facilities to post signs if they let transgender people use a person's public bathrooms that do not correspond with the gender assigned at birth. A federal judge struck down that law earlier this year. Okay, now that's a mouthful. However, let's get into this. Okay? Let's get into this. Number one, I'm trying to get how is it that an 8-year-old was able to formulate this to say, I want to take this and sue. I know kids are coming. Excuse me. I know children are coming into the world very, very, very ready to handle a whole bunch of situations. But when does an 8-year-old know that this needs to be a lawsuit? See, we have a variable here that now what you're saying that you don't want to do, which is protect a child, you're going to do just the total opposite. Because now you want this baby to do all the talking, but y'all are the talking heads, and y'all got this baby be in the face in a fight that the baby may not want to do. Now it's going to hurt the child's feelings. They can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Yes. Okay. But as an 8-year-old, honey, what this is a little bit too far as I'm concerned. You know, these things happen. So where do we go from here? How is it that I want to see her parents, because okay, the mother said something. Now, here's the thing too. Now I realize that you're protecting the child or whatever, like by only giving initials, but yeah, how in the hell does the mother too? Y'all the ones who doing this. Y'all the ones that put this baby up or made your child the face of this lawsuit. Okay, sign initials. How is it that how did this come into being? Is where I am with this. Now I want y'all to hear me. I'm not saying that it's not necessary. What I'm trying to question is, how did this become okay without this going strictly through the parents? Because see, this should have been something that the parents have done, going down to the school board, other ones who they can't arrest me right away. You know, they can't dismiss me right away. Parents fight. Okay, not the child. And why y'all gonna put the child on the stand like that? And then you hear what this is saying: the transgender child and her parents. Okay, not so much as gender child, or the parents. Down there, wait a minute. See, I just confused myself. I'm going with all this because if I could just confuse myself in trying to state what this is, or how it ought to have been, could you imagine what is going on with all of this? Why would you put your child in this kind of pressure and scrutiny? I don't understand it. Remember a few years ago when Kimmy Princesses, okay, and I thought it was a beautiful book, but now you got this baby on TV. Dress up with this, that, and the other, and yes, that's very freeing. But you got this baby on television, honey. The baby, and now, hell, offer some candy or offer a better book or offer whatever, and I'm just having a difficult time with all of this. I'm having a difficult time. How do you let an 8-year-old child become the face of something so critical? I'm done. And let me on that, y'all say I'm yawning too much, and something just clicked like I'm finna get to shut down. Remember Rachel Dozier? Honey, yeah, okay, yeah, Miss Transracial, Oh, yeah. I don't know what is happening. All of a sudden, something just went into shut. I feel like I'm rambling right now too, and I don't like to get in here when I'm rambling because honey, y'all been trying to tell me, honey, in these comments. Oh, fuck you back. Okay. Lay my body down, just rest. So listen, honey. I said I want to go be before you further this discussion. I got to get to a place where I'm on here and we could just talk about it the way that we do. Okay. But in the meantime, my darling, because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea, darlings. In the absence of my co-host, honey, we thank you, we love you, and we adore you, honey, for coming on up in here, honey. If you love us, tell all of your friends to come on in and like us. You could tell all of your motherfucking enemies to come up in here and to like, subscribe, and to share. Okay, I'm busy. I'm not gonna even sing it out because child, I swear I don't know what this is. And y'all watch, y'all see me, I don't understand it, but it's a part of life somewhere. Okay. I will see you guys next week. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing this the wrong way. Hold on. I'm doing it the wrong way, Chelsea. I know I'm tired.